Hey guys, so today I filmed this super classic Valentine's Day look for you guys. I took a poll on Facebook to see if you guys wanted to see a more dramatic look or if you wanted to see a more subtle look that the average girl could do every day, and it was about even. I mean, I think there was a little bit more of the subtle, but there was also a lot of like, oh my gosh, do the full glam, like go all out. So I wanted to do kind of an in-between. So this kind of is like what an everyday girl could do. You could take away the red lip and you could just do like a normal gloss, or you could do no wing or no fake lashes, and you could do whatever you want to the look to make it a little bit less, or you could add whatever to make it a little more. And I really love how it turned out. I think it looks like a super classy, almost like a pinup girl style. Like after I did my lips and everything, I was like, I feel like I look like just like a super classic like Valentine's pinup girl kind of look. I don't know. I also wanted to read you guys today's Bible verse that I read this morning, just to share it with you like I usually do. So today's verse comes from Colossians 3:2, and it says, "And set your minds and keep them set on what is above, the higher things, not on the things that are on earth." So in other words, it's talking about like keeping your eyes set on God and on heaven and what is to come in the next life, and not to focus on the everyday stuff that happens, like you having a flat tire or, you know, your coffee spilling or something like that. Like, don't focus on the things in this life because they're gonna pass away. Like, for example, something that a lot of people focus on is money. Like, am I gonna have enough money? Am I gonna make a bunch of money someday? And that scripture really speaks to that because it says not to focus on those things, because when we die, money was just money. Like, it didn't matter, and it's done, it's over with. And what's more important is when we go to heaven and see how beautiful it is there and how everything is covered in diamonds and it's gorgeous. So anyways, that scripture, just to me and my personal view of it, is talking about not focusing on the simple things of this world. Even though we sometimes can get caught up in them, we just have to reset our focus on God and on heaven, and just remember what life is about and what this all is about, and it's all about God. So yeah, I hope you guys understand what I'm even saying, and if that scripture spoke to you at all, I mean, I hope it did, but if it did speak to you in a different way, let me know what it spoke to you. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, because I would love to hear like what you guys think scripture means, and if it like was a scripture that you really needed to hear today or something like that. I hope you guys love this video. I hope you guys love this look. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Hello everyone! So as you can see, I'm starting off with nothing on my face, and I'm first off going to go in with my Limelight by Alcone Must Do. This is just a face serum that I'm going to apply all over my face because my face is super dry right now because it's winter time. So this is just going to help bring back moisture to my face. Next up, I'm going in with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Nourishing Primer, and I'm just going to massage this all over onto my face. Now I'm going to go in with my Limelight by Alcone Face Primer Setting Spray. Or, nope, not setting spray. It's a primer spray. And I'm just going to douse my whole face in that just to prime my skin before foundation. Now I'm going in with a little bit of chapstick because y'all know my lips are chapped and I need some chapstick before I do a liquid lipstick. And yes, it is Hello Kitty. Okay, so first off, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I decided to do my eyes first instead of starting with my face, so that's just what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to blend that out with my beauty sponge, and then I'm going to go in with my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to set that to prime my eyes before going in with eyeshadow. Now I'm just going to zoom you guys in, and I'm going to be going in with this Morphe palette. I think this is the 25A, maybe the 25B. I don't know. They came together. But this is one of them, and I'm just going to be going in with this super light pale pink color, and I'm just going to dust that all over into my crease, kind of messy. And then I'm going to be going in with the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Zulu. And I'm just going to take this and start buffing it onto the outer part of my eye. I'm going back and forth and just packing it and then blending out a little bit, just to give the outside of my eye a little bit of depth. And then after that, I'm going to be going in with the shade, I think it's Bory. I don't know. The palette was upside down, so you guys can't even see what colors they are. But this one I think is Bory, and I'm just going to be putting that on the outer part of my eye to add a little bit more of a shadow on the outside of my eye, just because I wanted to deepen it a little bit. And then I'm going back in with that fluffy brush and really making sure everything is nice and blended out. Now I'm going to be going in with the shade, I think it's Makeda? I have no idea. But I'm just going to take that on my finger and pack it right onto the inner part of my eyelid, about to the center of the eyelid. And then I'll go back in with a brush and just dust between those two to make sure that they are blended together nicely and that there's no harsh lines between them. Next up, I'm going in with my Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Liner in Blackest Black, and I'm just going to create a wing on my eye, and I'm going to bring it all the way to the inner corner of my eyes. Also, something that I noticed with this eyeshadow is they are super pigmented and blendable, but if you don't prime your eyes, they will definitely disappear throughout the day. Next up, I'm just going to be concealing my nose with my It Cosmetics by Undereye, and then I'm just going to blend that in with a beauty sponge. After that, I'm going to be going in with my Limelight by Alcone foundation and mixing in that Must Do that I used before on my face, just to make it so the foundation is a little bit more of a liquid and less like a wax. And I'm mixing that together on the back of my hand and then applying it all over my face. So when I did this, I really liked it at the beginning, but then I noticed that I put a little bit too much of the Must Do in it. So if you are going to mix these two together, they are an awesome combination, but make sure you only do half a pump of the Must Do, not a full pump like I did, because it ended up being a little bit too oily and dewy for me. So I'm just blending that all over my face with a damp beauty sponge, and I sped it up because this part takes a very long time for me to do. So as you can see, I'm just blending it all over the place, all over my face, and then bringing it down on my neck a little bit as well. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm just going to highlight my chin, the top of my nose, and then the center of my forehead. And I'm going to go in with a damp beauty sponge and just blend that out quickly. Next up, I'm taking that same concealer and I'm just going to put it under my eyes to conceal my dark circles that I have. I love this concealer. I talked about it a little bit more in depth in my last video, but I would give it about an 8 out of 10 if I were to rate it. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but I would say it's probably about an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. Next, I'm going in with that RCMA powder again, and I'm just going to set my under eye by using that damp beauty sponge, and then I'm also just going to put this all over my face just to bake my face and make sure that the foundation will stay on my face all day long. This feels a little bit weird the first time you do it, but it definitely will make sure that your makeup will stay all day long and that it will not move around or disappear at all. Also, sorry that my camera is so out of focus. I really need to figure that out, but I am so bad about technology. I don't know how to do anything when it comes to cameras, so trying to figure out my life, but just stick with me while I try to figure things out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my Smashbox X-Rated mascara and just coat my lashes real quick in a little bit of mascara while my face bakes. And then I'll be going in with my Ardell Faux Mink 811 lashes. These are kind of just a natural fluffy lash. They don't look too dramatic, which is what I like. I don't want them to be too crazy for this look. I just wanted them to be kind of subtle and flirty. Then now I'm just going to go in with this fluffy brush and just push that setting powder all over into my face. I'm not moving it around. I'm just pushing it straight in so it doesn't mess up the base underneath it. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Powder Foundation, and I'm just taking this on a buffing brush, and I'm just going to push that all over into my face. This is going to give my skin more of a skin-like look, because the RCMA tends to leave a little bit of a white cast because I do use so much of it to bake my face. So this is just going to bring back that skin-like look to my face and less whiteness. Now I'm going in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer on a Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm just going to start blending that into my cheekbones and doing kind of a really soft contour. I don't like to do super harsh contours, so this one is just kind of a soft contour. And then I'm also bringing that onto my forehead a little bit to add a little bit of a shadow there as well. Now I'm going to go in with this Eco Tools brush, and I'm just going to quickly contour my nose just to give it more of that straightened and elongated effect. And then I'm going in with that buffing brush, and I'm just going to press all over that just to make sure that the bronzer that I put down is not super harsh. Now I'm going in with this Seraphine blush. I think that's how you say it. I got this in an Ipsy bag one time, so I really like this color. It's just like a subtle pink color, so I'm just dusting that all over my cheeks. This blush is super pigmented and blendable. I really like it a lot, and I'm just taking it on a Morphe blush brush from the Morphe Diamond Elite collection. Now I'm going in with this little brush and I'm just going to start dusting that same shadow that I used on the top of my lid underneath my eyes, just to add a little bit of smokiness underneath the eye. And then I'm just going to quickly coat my lashes in that same Smashbox mascara. This is my absolute favorite mascara of all time. I definitely would recommend it to everyone. So I'm just quickly coating my lashes in that, and then I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Gleam, and I'm going to mix the two bottom colors, and I'm just going to dust that on the tops of my cheekbones with this Real Techniques under eye setting brush. I love these highlighters. They're super pigmented and they give you a super pretty sheen on your cheeks. They don't have big chunks of sparkle or anything. They're just a really pretty sheen type of highlight, which is my favorite kind of highlight. I'm also dusting that on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and down the center of my nose, and then a little bit on the center of my forehead as well, just to give a little bit of a glow to the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my Limelight by Alcone liquid lipstick. This one is in the shade Cherry Pie, and it's just a super pretty deep red color. I think it's like just a very true red liquid lipstick. So I really like the way it looked with this look that I did here. It kind of added to the super flirty yet sophisticated kind of look that I was going for. So I also love these liquid lipsticks. They're my favorite of all time, better than anything else I have ever tried. If you do want to purchase anything Limelight that I used in this video, make sure to get a hold of me and I will send you my link so that you can purchase any of the things that I used. Lastly, I'm just going to be going in with my Limelight by Alcone Finish Setting Spray, and I'm just going to quickly douse my face in this because on Valentine's Day, you're definitely going to want your makeup to stay all day through dinner and whatever fun date you go on with your boo thing. But anyways, I love you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.
Your girl is hungry. I with my hand, I with my hand, just with that, with my veil hat.